from Thompson Valley.
Welcome back, and we're getting ready for the Beat Diggers against Thompson Valley. So I'm assuming that Pomona's just a little bit closer than Thompson Valley. As introducing wrestlers are starting at Jason Moreno at 113 against Morgan Fogg. Mackie Sandoval will take on Vlad Kosakov. Mackie ranked number 5 in the state, 4-3. Vlad number 1 in the state. At 126, Conrad Cole against Zach Kinnison. Kinnison ranked number 2 on the 4A side. Conrad Cole number 1. At 132, Jaron Peterson goes against Braden Bessie. At 138, baby Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, ranked number 5 in the state, will take on Colin Williams. He's Zane Val going at 145 against Matt Berg. 152, Cookie Eligio Barraza Jr. will take on Ben Hewson, who's ranked number 1 in the state of 4A. 160, Alec Peterson. I think Alec's ranked number 2 in the state. He'll take on Parker Symington. And Symington ranked number 1 in the state. If I'm going by memory there, I don't have it on this sheet. But then we have Toby McDonald stepping in at 170 against Mike Berg. Kyle Rosenbrock will go at 182 against Patton Graff. Then at 195, Beat Diggers give up a forfeit to David Yusa at 220. Tristan Teeter will pick up a forfeit win. And at heavyweight, Joe Carwin will pick up a forfeit win. So we're just about ready to kick off this duel. We've got JVs going on in the other match. We've got a different referee this time. Instead of Mr. Berbers, we got Rocky. And he'll be the referee for this match. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back to Brush. We'll jump up. We'll wait to start the duel at 113. We'll have Jason Marino going against Morgan Fogg.
Morgan Fogg ranked number 1 for the Thompson Valley at 113 pounds.
Colin Cole had been wrestling 113 for the Beat Diggers. He dropped down to 106 and I guess had tough wrestle off this week, and he wasn't able to beat Caleb Cox. Jason Marino in on a single leg and shooting for a double as they work to the far edge, and they'll be out of bounds right by the Beat Digger cheerleaders.
Morgan Fogg lost his first match of the night against Thomas Gutierrez from Pomona, ranked number 1 in the state. Lost that match 5-3 in overtime. That was a good match. We had a lot of good long matches. And Fogg dumps Moreno down with a double leg, picks up the first 2 points of the duel. Morgan Fogg with a little arm bar trying to reinforce it with a wrist. There, he's got it. Goes over the top, puts Moreno right to his back. Moreno trying to fight it off.
Got that chicken wing in there pretty high.
And there's the pin for Morgan Fogg. 57-second pin as Thompson Valley takes a 6-0 lead in the duel.
Okay, next up will be Mackie Sandoval, ranked number 5 in the state, against Vlad Kosakov. Mackie checks in. Don't forget Valley View Villa, their Aspen rehab team. Valley View for sports rehab, short-term or long-term care needs. 815 Fremont. Call them today at 867-8261. And we're underway. Sandoval in the Beat Digger Cardinal singlet. Diggers across the front. Glad Kazakov in on a single leg. Mackie blocks that. Kozakov, I think, was 3rd last year at state. There's Mackie in on a single leg. Kozakov blocks that. They go to their knees and then back away. Mackey's excellent wrestler on his feet. Just extremely quick.
Thompson Valley with 7 wrestlers ranked in the top 2 in 4A. Have 4 number 1 ranked wrestlers, 3 number 2 ranked wrestlers.
They're loaded.
They are.
Kozakov grandpa is sitting over here. Russ Daniels cut meat long time in Fort Morgan. Oop, there's a single leg by Kozakov. Lifts it up treetop high, dumps Mackey over, and he's going to pop out the backside for the takedown. He's adopted out of Russia and got into wrestling. As he's working from the top, going parallel. Tight waist with the left arm. Now he's working it near arm, the right arm. We're inside of 25 seconds of counting here, first period. Setting up an arm bar here on the right side. Head into the mat. No, looks like he's trying to work. No, looked like a double arm bar. Kozakov out to the side, trying to walk it around. Mackey does a good job of hipping into him. Fights that off, and we'll head to the second period. With Kozakov up by 2. Dealer's choice. Mackey looks at Coach Lusinoff, and he'll defer it.
Kozakov going to take the top position.
I think Rocky's just...
Oh. No, he had said top.
Rocky did. I don't think Kozakov did. Okay. Kozakov set. Mackey in on the right side. Get the tight waist in there. Kozakov trying to peel and walk away. And Mackey drops down to single leg as Kozakov twisted and turned and got in front of him. Mackey kind of caught on underneath.
Trying
that
to lift.
Single leg. Lost his single leg. Now they'll break apart. Kozakov will go up by 3 with the escape. Start the second period. And Mackey feints his shot. Kozakov stands there. Mackey takes a half step backwards as they giving each other the evil eye. Mackey feints shot. Kozakov a long reach. Now he goes into a single leg again. Mackey with the whizzer, and Kozakov's just going to power him down and get the takedown. He'll be up 5-0. Mackey Sandoval right in the dead center of the mat. Kozakov trying to walk that. See that move in college once in a while where they walk that arm around. Now Kozakov over the back with the elbow in the back trying to lift the left arm over the back. Now he sets his arm bar. Mackey limp arms out of that for a moment. Kozakov got away with pulling the arm over the back.
Yeah.
Kozakov's high with a chicken wing. Rocky's out there looking at the sky when he should be down there looking at that arm. Now Kozakov trying to pull that arm bar back there. Over on the right side this time. And
Kozakov, a good control wrestler, isn't he?
yeah, he's staying behind those shoulders. It's really tough to get out of those pickles there as we get short time. Now he's throwing a hammerlock back with that right arm. We'll head to the third period. Kozakov up 5-0. Mackey wants neutral. He shook his hand. The coach must have said, go down. Mackey said no. Two minutes to go here at 120 pounds. Mackey feints a couple of times. Ladd feints, pushes Mackey's head down, tries to shoot in. Mackey gets out of that. They go back. Ladd reaches out forehead to forehead, snaps Mackey down and spins around behind and gets the takedown. Now Mackey with a switch. He's got an ankle. Kozakov trying to hang on and turn Mackey out of this. Mackey hanging on to the leg. Kozakov's got the legs in, and now he's got him a headlock.
Body scissors.
Mackey's in pretty deep trouble there. Can't see the shoulders from here, but there's the pin for Kozakov. And it comes at 4:47 of the match. Let's take a short time out. We'll be back. Well, let's just hold it here. This might be a great match. At 126, Conrad Cole, number 1 in the state. Zach Kinnison, number 2 for Thompson Valley. Kinnison's going to check in. Don't forget State Farm Insurance. Let State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life, home, auto, or health. State Farm Insurance is here for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call at 842-4555. That's State Farm Insurance. Okay. The referee's ready. I'm not sure what that was about. Checking on. We're underway. Zach Kinnison quite a bit taller than Conrad.
Both of them hand fighting out there, popping each other's foreheads, looking for control. Single leg try by Conrad Cole as they go out of bounds. 20 seconds gone in the first period. Single leg try by Kinnison. Cole just backs away from it. They come back up forehead to forehead, fighting for wrist control inside. Good double leg by Kinnison. Whizzer by Conrad. Gets them hips back, and they break back apart. Thompson Valley leading the duel now with the first 2 matches by pins, 12-0. There's a double leg by Conrad right at the edge of the mat. Thompson Valley wrestler throws a whizzer in, and referee calls him out of bounds. Single leg by Kinnison. Conrad Cole sprawled way back with a crotch pry in there. Kinnison trying to hip around. Now Conrad's got an ankle, pushes the hips in, has Kinnison down on his haunches, and we're going to get a stalemate called. 41 seconds left in the first period, no score. Conrad Cole, his signature forehead pop, about 5 times there in a row. Looking for wrist control right on the edge of the mat. Conrad another single leg try, and they'll go out of bounds. 28 seconds left in the first period. Once again, forehead to forehead. Looking for wrist control. The tie up. Single leg sweep by Conrad. Now a front headlock. Has him in a front side cradle. Underneath, puts him on his back. Conrad Cole's got Kinnison on his back, and they run out of time.
Right, good move. Shades of Ray Marable. 2-point takedown, 2-point near fall. I remember way back when Ray would get that front crunch kick cradle and just pin people right and left with it. Conrad will take down.
4-0 in favor of Conrad Cole going into the second period. He chooses the down position. Kinnison breaks Conrad down, looking for a half and wrist control underneath. Conrad bases back up. Heavy shoulder pressure by Kinnison, and Conrad Cole just stands up and runs away, gets the escape. He's up 5-0 now.
Kinnison trying to put that leg in there, and Conrad was blocking that and just ran away from it.
Once again in the neutral position, popping foreheads, has a tie, and Conrad Cole pushes Kinnison out of bounds. Minute 17 left in the second period. A couple of forehead pops, wrist control. Conrad ties up forehead to forehead now, grabs a wrist. He's got both wrists of Kinnison. Drops down to a single. Trying to pick it up. He's got it inside. Now he's trying to pop out the back. Sitting on his haunches. Needs to arch through. He comes around behind, picks the forehead. He's got him in a front near side cradle. Now he comes down, gets a 2-point takedown as they go out of bounds. Good wrestling by Conrad here in the first couple of periods as he goes up 7-0 now. Kinnison set on the bottom, Conrad on the right side. Tight waist and a wrist. Out to the side. Kinnison stands up, peels the wrist, runs away, gets the 1-point escape. 7-1 now the score. 15 seconds left in the second period. Single leg by Conrad trying to get around the corner. He grabs the ankle, pops out the back, and he's going to get two more points on that takedown as we run out of time in the second period. Conrad Cole up 9-1 now.
Wrestling real aggressive and going after him.
Zach Kinnison chooses down here in the third period. 2 minutes left in this match. So again, good stand up by Kinnison. He'll get the escape. 9-2 now the score. Kinnison in on a single leg this time as Cole sprawls away. Pushes the head down. Quick.
No, come on. That was a terrible, way too quick a call by the referees.
Conrad's got the single leg locked up, and the Thompson Valley wrestler just spun around behind and grabbed. Now you give him two, but.
Yeah. Referee anticipating the points before they were there.
So Conrad on the bottom now. He's up 9-4 in the match. 1:05 left in the third period. Stand up by Cole. 10-4.
And
as they go out of bounds.
Conrad, I think he called him for stalling just before that.
Single leg by Cole. Has Kinnison over on his haunches. Trying to hip over. Still has that leg. Conrad's got an arm under there.
Well,
and they're going to give Kinnison the 2-point takedown again.
I think the referees watched Kinnison too much and knows what's coming, but he still called it again before it was there.
Conrad in, gets the, I thought he had a reversal. Kinnison kind of come out the back door. 8 seconds left in the match. 10-6 is the score. Thompson Valley wrestler on top. Got a half a second left. Conrad Cole winning the match 10-6. And he's going to win the match. That gives 3 points to the Beat Diggers, now 3-12.
Okay, next up will be Jaron Peterson against Braden Bessie. MMI International, your operation deserves the best. When buying a mixer or a feeder truck, compare MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. They continually outperform their competitors, hands down. They aren't afraid to stand behind their product. Give them a call at 842-5161. Okay, we're set to go with Jaron Peterson at 132. It's Braden Bessie. Jaron is sophomore, I think, for the Beat Diggers. Long-range staring match here so far. They're both just giving each other the evil eye, I guess. A little movement there now. They touched at least for a moment. Braden Bessie crawling around on his knees there for a moment. Now they come up back into the 10-foot circle. There's a shot by Bessie. Now they both go to their knees. Now they tie up, look towards the far side. Going forehead to forehead. Now Bessie will back into the 10-foot circle. Down, both of them down to one knee now. Referee telling them to go to the center. But now, a little throw by, and Bessie comes up on top, throws a half Nelson in on the left side. Bessie will have the takedown for Thompson Valley. Here comes a grapevine fly by Bessie. Breaks Peterson down. Thompson Valley in the black on top. Peterson in the bright yellow singlet, brush across the front. We're going to get a stalemate, send him back to the center. 6 seconds left, 6.5 seconds left here in the first period. Peterson down by 2. A couple cautions on the start. Now we're ready. Quick stand up by Peterson, gets lifted high and dumped down hard. And here comes a grapevine from Bessie. And that'll be the first period. He beat Digger's choice. Peterson will defer it. And Bessie will take down. Peterson on the left side. Bessie goes switch left then right. And Peterson holds him down for a moment. No, just a nice little switch, and coming up on top is Bessie for the 4-point lead. Here comes the grapevine to the power half.
Getting a little high there.
Yeah, Peterson caught a leg, and he's got it wrapped, had it wrapped up a moment ago. Now he's underneath it, and he's got Bessie out in front of him, hanging on to a single leg. Bessie trying to fight it off by reaching through. Peterson now in a double leg position, and he sets Bessie over on his hip, trying to crawl up the body, and there's
swim
the
through with a half there. There it is.
Now Peterson trying to crank a half Nelson.
Oh!
Gets a little high with it. Bessie stands up. Peterson drops down to a single. Bessie turned into Peterson. Peterson cranking that single leg. Bessie out to the side, trying to lock up a cradle. Peterson hanging on to the leg.
Sorry, Rob, I was talking all over you there.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. This
got
fun.
exciting there for a minute.
Yeah, it did after all that dancing around there to start the first period. Not sure why the referee called a stalemate. They were still working hard out there. Get another caution on the start against Peterson. Peterson on the left side this time. Bessie trying to hit that switch again. Peterson follows him around. Working the wrists underneath. Bessie standing up. Peterson's loose the wrist, and Bessie for the escape. 5-2. Peterson made a wild shot. Gets caught in the headlock and dumped over for the takedown. That's kind of standing headlock from the backside. I don't know, what do you call that headlock move, but it's not your traditional headlock anyway. That looks like he's working the hammerlock back there on the left hand of Peterson's, way over the top. 5 seconds and counting. Bessie gives up on that hammer lock. Peterson belly down against that. They go to the third period. 7-2 for Bessie. So that's Braden Bessie from Thompson Valley and Jaron Peterson for the Beat Diggers. Peterson will take the down position, down by 5. Quick stand up by Peterson. Reach for a switch. Now Bessie hanging on to an ankle. Lifts tree topping it up there on Peterson as they work to the edge. And he just tosses him down. That may cost him a point. I don't know. Nope, he's not going to call that an illegal hold. Yeah,
1 point, Red.
He did call it an illegal hold finally. So the coach going to go say, lay there, we'll get 6 points. But I don't think that's not Beat Digger wrestling. They come down pretty hard on that. That brings Thompson Valley coach up, DJ Jurgensen. And Jaron says he's okay. Seven to 3 for Bessie. Peterson will take the down position. Quick stand up by Peterson. And he tries to run away. Mule kicks, comes up and faces him. And he'll get the escape point for Peterson. Kick free. A little quickness there on that start. Bessie couldn't keep up with him. 7-4 for Bessie. Peterson tying up. Bessie tries to throw him by and throw that reverse grapevine in with kind of a little throw-by move for the takedown. See, the Beat Diggers use that once, but it usually doesn't come that fast. Peterson tried to sag out from underneath, but Bessie up there working high. Got the elbow in the back of Peterson's head. And it reverse grapevine in there. Got a headlock off of that, or a half Nelson? Cranking it from the far side, trying to get out the side and run that half now. So getting up there pretty high with it. Peterson trying to fight it off. Now he's got a headlock out of that, does he?
I don't know. Looked like a full Nelson for a minute, but I can't see under there.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got the arm way up over the top.
Yeah.
That's almost an illegal hold there, too. I'm going to call it potentially dangerous.
35 seconds left.
It's kind of almost like a chicken wing too high, the way that looked. 9-4 for Bessie from Thompson Valley. Peterson tries a little Granby roll. Bessie follows him around, throws the leg in there, but Peterson caught it again. He's got the ankle with Bessie sitting underneath him. And he's got a half Nelson on there. The referee's in the way. It's a 1 count, 2 count.
Boy.
Not quite sure what he's got there, but Peterson's on his back. His time's inside of 5 seconds to go in the match. There's a 3-point near fall for Bessie. Let's see, that makes it 12-4. Okay. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be back with more on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, welcome back. As we go to 138 pounds with Arnoldo Maltos Garcia.
Ranked number 5 in the state. Colin Williams from Thompson Valley, ranked number 2 in the state. He's placed 3rd at state twice.
Coming off a 5-1 win over Jason Romero, also ranked number 2 in the state.
Yeah, that was a good match. Baby's caught in a front headlock. Williams tried to shuck Baby by, and he just lets go of him. In on a single leg is Williams. Good sprawl by Baby. Got a whizzer in there. Trying to get his leg back out. pushing on the head, dumps Baby down, but Baby comes back up with that whizzer. Baby's trying to keep those hips down. Williams trying to come out the back door. Now Williams picks the leg up. They're right on the edge of the mat. And Baby's going to get out of that. They're going to go out of bounds. 50 seconds left. No score here at 138 pounds.
Maybe a pretty good counter, a couple of counters to that takedown attempt.
Hips were the key there. Baby goes down onto his knees in that takedown position. Colin Williams stays pretty straight and upright.
Maybe a junior for the Beat Diggers. I haven't seen that fireman's carry used the first 2 years much this year.
Colin Williams was in on a single leg. Baby tries to reshoot. They're over on the edge of the mat again. Baby peels the arm off. They'll make their way back to the center circle. And we'll run out of time here in the first period.
Thompson Valley's choice. And Williams will take down.
Baby loads up on the left side. Switches right over to the right side. Trying to bust Williams down. Has wrist control underneath. Has that arm. Colin Williams still in the base position. Maybe with a wrist and a crotch pry, trying to bust Williams down. Williams got good balance there. Baby can't pull him over. Switch attempt by Colin Williams. Williams with another switch attempt. Baby follows him back around behind. Minute 15. There's another switch. He's good with that. There's a good cross face by Baby. Baby's got it, trying to hit that pick and step. He steps through. Couldn't keep the cross face. There he's got the cross face, trying to wrench Williams over.
Williams has got Baby's toe, just trying to get a little leverage.
And there it looked. It was close there for a minute, getting back points. Baby's still got that leg. He needs to reinforce that cross face a little.
Good job of riding by Baby. He's got him where he wants him. Just can't get those long arms together.
Yeah. 30 seconds now left in the second period. He's trying to hit that cross face again, trying to push that elbow across. Now Colin Williams bases back up. Looked like Williams trying to set up a Peterson roll. Now he stands up, trying to come around behind. Now Williams reaches in, grabs a single leg, picks it up. Has him over the top. Baby's holding on, and there's going to be no change in position.
No score after 4 minutes. Baby's choice.
Good match here so far, and Baby's
Thompson Valley wrestlers calling for timeout, I think. He's laying over there on his back.
He's a little winded. Baby's ready in the middle. He's in the down position here to start the third period.
Both wrestlers spent a lot of energy in that second period.
There's a lot of rolling around. Baby stands up. Colin Williams gets an arm, ties up wrist control. Baby's got to watch that half from that other side that they like to put in. Looks like that's what he's trying to work. Baby's base down now. Has a half. Looks like maybe I got the half in the arm. The same.
Really working that around there, but somehow Baby got out of that mess.
Wow, no back points. I know I seen count one. Minute 11 left here in the third period.
That leg and grapevine and a half.
Boy, does he got that half in there hard. Wow.
Getting that arm way high there off that half Nelson.
Oh, he's got it wrenched around there. Wow. Oh.
Yeah, finally he's calling potentially dangerous. That half Nelson.
Boy, they really put that arm over the head, don't they?
Yeah.
That hurts just sitting here.
Yeah, I've seen that called illegal hold too. Quick stand up by Baby.
Trying to peel away. He gets his hips down, trying to hit a switch. He gets out in front. He's going to get the escape inside of 30 seconds now. Baby's up 1-0. They're right on the edge of the mat. Shoots Baby off the mat. Now Baby shoots him off the mat. 17 seconds. 1-0 in favor of Arnaldo Maltos Garcia here. As they're in the neutral position, both wrestlers really going after it. Good single leg and by Williams. Good sprawl by Baby right on the edge of the mat. Shoots Williams.
Ooh, got a technical violation against
What?
Williams. 1 point. Flea in the mat. It'll be 2-0 win for Baby. Oh man,
That was big.
That was worth the price of admission. How about that, Pete Digger fans?
Best match of the night.
Oh my goodness. No, there's no way.
They called Baby for
How can
fleeing
he
the
flee
mat?
when he's shooting?
He
on
shot.
somebody?
Baby shot. So we're going to overtime now. Tied
That's
1-1.
probably the worst call I've seen in my life. That was a horrible, horrible call. Call Baby for fleeing the mat when he shoots and drives the guy off the mat trying to get a takedown. So they're going to say it's a 1-1 tie. We go to overtime. Baby
Pick
in
it
on
up.
a double leg, picking it up right
Now
at
that's
the edge.
fleeing the mat.
There's a flea in the mat. And they go out of bounds. There's
Man.
a shot by the Thompson wrestler, and he puts Baby to his back. And the referee's going to be happy because he's going to get his wrestler to win the match. That was pathetic. I'm just embarrassed to the sport of wrestling to have a call like that. It's just embarrassing to the sport to have a call like the one that was made at the end of that match. That was terrible. Let's take a timeout. We'll be back in a moment on 1010 KSIR.
And welcome back to the Digger Dome. We've got Brush taking on Thompson Valley. Now the score, Thompson Valley 18, Brush beat Diggers 3. As we move on to the 145-pound match. Zane Fowl drops down from 152 to 145 pounds. And he's taking on Matt Berg. Matt Berg won his first match against Pomona with a pin in 1:53 seconds. Berg with a good single leg try and a great sprawl by Fowl. They back out. A lot of head popping in there. Foul in on a single leg. Matt Berg with a crossface in there and a crotch pry. Trying to get around behind. And Zane Fowl trying to back out of this. Now Fowl tries a throw, trying to throw Berg to his back. Zane Fowl he just gave up on it, which is probably a good thing. He might have gone to his back, but Matt Berg's going to pick up the takedown and get 2 points here to start the first period. Once again, just like in the first match, Matt Berg sticks those legs in with that crossface, and now they're going to try to pull that arm over like they have been. Crossface, kind of a crossface tilt with that leg in there. Zane Fowl coming up to his base. Has him over the top quite a bit.
Well, he got a headlock out.
Yeah, he's got that body scissor and that headlock. He's squeezing the tar out of Zane Fowl. We run out of time here in the first period, 5-0 in favor of the Thompson Valley wrestler Matt Berg over Zane Fowl. Matt Berg chooses bottom here in the second period, hits a sit out. Hits a sit out again, comes out in front and faces Zane Fowl for the escape. Goes up 6-0. Both wrestlers back up to their feet. They were on their knees for a minute. Now a little shuck by the Pomona wrestler. Hits that inside leg again.
Kind of a headlock. And gets
doing that headlock type deal again. Trying to get him. Zane tried to buck him over the top. That didn't work. As Berg settles in back behind again. Zane Fowl trying to stand up. Hits that. Berg hits that inside leg again. Got that headlock look again. Boy.
With that reverse grapevine in there. Fowl fought that off a little bit.
He's really working the head on Zane, isn't he?
Yeah. Oops, he's getting cranked over.
Uh-oh. Zane's on his shoulders, and there's the pin for Berg here in the second period.
Referee got that one right. 32-28, 3:28 of the match. Okay, Cookie Barras is going to get the #1 ranked Ben Hewson on the next match.
We got 3 pretty tough matches in a row. I have 2 #1 ranked wrestlers for Thompson Valley and a #2.
Alec Peterson will be up on the next one. He's ranked #2 against #1. Lehio, Cookie out there. Had a great regional last year. He's in on a double leg. Can't quite complete it. They worked to the far side. Kind of got Houston's attention there. Go back to the center. There's Houston right in on a single leg tackle. Puts Cookie down. And gets a takedown. He's working the 2-on-1, I think, on that right wrist. Cranks back a hammerlock back there. Houston out high, working that half from the far side. Cookie peels it off once. Houston comes around from the other side with it and trying to torque Cookie underneath. Now he's walking an arm bar around and he's got Cookie stacked up for a 2 count. Now he's tightening it up a little more as he walked that around. Cookie fought that off. Now he gets up chest to chest, reverses that reverse half for the pin.
Minute 23.
123 pin for Thompson Valley. Somehow I have to erase the mark that I put on Maltos Garcia's match, as that ended in overtime of a 3-1 win for Williams. Okay, we set to go here for another good one. Alec Peterson ranked #2 in the state against Parker Symington, #1.
Alec Peterson moves up quite a few weights from last year. He wrestled at 138 pounds last year. He's in on a good single leg. In deep, Parker Symington reaches over trying to grab that ankle of Alec Peterson's. Alec hits him, hits a half on Parker Symington. Gets the 2-point takedown.
The referee's going to wave it off.
Oh, sure he is.
I mean, if you're going to be a homer for somebody, you might as well be a good one.
He gave him the 2 points.
I thought he was counting the back points too, but he waved it all off. Still 0-0. I think he's been reading too much of Tim Yount. Well, there's Symington coming in on Peterson. Now Peterson fights that off, drops down to a single leg.
Trying to pull that single leg in. Now he switches over to the other leg. Symington draped over the top with a good sprawl. Trying to control Alec Peterson's legs.
Trying to snap him back. Yeah, they're going to give the takedown to Symington. Symington
throws a grapevine in. Alec kind of peels it off. Gets him draped over the top pretty high. Alec looks like he's trying to head out the back door. He's just about... Oh, good.
Simon got him broke down there somehow.
Yeah. Alec Peterson trying to make his way back up to his base. He's broke down flat. Five seconds left here in the first period. Parker Symington, number one ranked in 4A, up 2-0 over Alec Peterson. And we'll go to the second period with that score.
Be Peterson's choice. Gonna defer it. Simon takes down.
Parker Symington stands up, gets the escape. I was just looking, Rob, we got a 31-3 score. Did we happen to lose a
there's a nice takedown by
point on the argument on Baby's match, or do you have 31 also?
Well, now we only have one victory, Conrad Coles. So. I lost track on the other ones. Their stomach's still churning from that horrible call against Baby. That was terrible.
It was.
Here comes a standing grapevine thrown in there by Symington.
Alec Peterson just hanging on for the stalemate, and he'll get it with a minute left here in the second period. Symington leading the match 5-0. Quick stand-up attempt and a Granby by Peterson, and he gets just about had a reverse half put on him on that Granby. He's flattened out there as Parker Symington trying to get arm control underneath. Gets wrist control. Alec with his head on the mat. Now a spiral ride by Symington. Stand up by Alec, trying to peel the wrist. Symington trips him back down. We're going to get a stall on
Symington, I think. Well, I don't know. Can't tell what that hold is, but it looked tough. Always got a little. Just got the wrist tied up underneath and cranking on the bicep there. tilting Peterson over. That takes super strength.
Trying to get a double grapevine in there with the power half. Alec Peterson trying to buck him over the top. We're running out of time here in the second period. Alec Peterson's choice.
Down 5-0.
He's going to choose down. Maybe. Symington gets on from the left side. Quick stand up by Peterson. Symington pulls him back down. Trying to get control in there.
Nice power ride there by Symington.
Clear out on the head of Alec Peterson. Now he switches to the other side. Two really strong wrestlers here.
Yeah. Symington returning state champ at 145. His fifth as a freshman at 138.
Has a leg in there with a power half. Alec Peterson just broken down flat. Alec trying to come up. Symington throws the leg in again, gets a double spike in there this time.
Peterson grabbed an ankle. Not sure what he's going to do with it.
Trying to pull it out from underneath.
Symington another Peterson a penalty point on the stall.
53 seconds left in the match. 5-1 in favor of Symington now. Quick stand up by Alec. Gets thrown back down by Symington. Once again throws that double grapevine in there. Symington doesn't do anything with it. Alec reaches around, grabs a leg. Now, near side cradle attempt by Symington, and Peterson sags out of it, gets the escape. 5-2 now the score. It's single leg by Symington, and he's going to get around behind for the takedown. Goes up 7-2. Peterson
nice
roll.
Peterson roll. He comes up on top.
By Alec Peterson. He's going to get
1 point maybe.
I think, well, maybe they did give him 1.
3. They're giving 3 total points. 7-3 for Symington. They told him McDonald to be up next. I had my commercials here somewhere.
You had what?
I had my commercials here somewhere. Here they are. Okay, B&B Appliance. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan. B&B Appliance carries a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances and will help you find your perfect fit. B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. Okay, Toby McDonald's against Mike Berg here at 170. Berg in on a single leg. Toby trying to sprawl away from it. And it'll be a takedown for Berg. Toby builds a base, trying to reach back. Berg with a tight waist. And got a standing grapevine in there. That's potentially dangerous. And we're going to have a stalling warning on Berg. Did you say Berg was a sophomore?
Yeah. Sophomore, ranked number 2.
Get a caution on Toby. He's got to flatten out his hands. Get restarted. Berg with a 2-on-1.
One thing about it, you never see Toby give up.
No, he's always moving, always going. There's a hammer lock. It's that left arm of Toby McDonald. Setting it back there, trying to reinforce. No, he's got a half Nelson, drives Toby over. Got him up pretty tight, going for the pin, and there's a pin for Mike Berg. 54 seconds on the clock. Kyle Rosenbrock will be up now, and let's kind of see what an adventure his match will be as Kyle will take on Patton Graff at 182. Morgan Federal Bank, a bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple. When you need banking advice, stop by and see one of their loan officers Monday through Friday at 321 Ensign. Morgan Federal Bank, there is a difference.
I haven't seen Rosenbrock wrestle this year yet.
Haven't you? Yes. Looking good. He looks like he's given up about 15 pounds out there. They work over to the edge and out of bounds. Kyle, a senior for the Beat Diggers, also plays basketball. Also led the
good.
Diggers. Oh, nice
sweep by Rosenbrock.
Graff stands up. Rosenbrock with it standing half Nelson. Now come back at 2-on-1. He'll trip him down. Rosenbrock tries to put a half on. Graff up in his base. Standing up. And Graff's going to peel away and get the escape.
Rosenbrock went in on a double leg try, gets caught underneath, caught in that front headlock.
Graff tries to throw it. Rosenbrock comes up. He's just pushes him out of bounds.
Yeah. 2-1 the score here in the first period. Kyle Rosenbrock in the lead. 40 seconds left. Forehead to forehead, looking for hand control. They're just popping foreheads out there. Now they tied up for a second. Rosenbrock backs away. Rosenbrock dropped down to a double. There he picks it up. He's got it heavy on him.
He's carrying him around.
There's 2 points for Kyle Rosenbrock right on the edge of the mat as he dumps Graff over.
Well, I think maybe he gave us a little break on
Graff had kind of a front headlock on a standing double leg.
Rosenbrock will be up by 3.
4-1 now the score. We run out of time here in the first period. Kyle Rosenbrock's choice. He'll defer it to Graff. Graff's going to choose neutral. So again, forehead to forehead out there fighting for hand control. Kyle has one of Graff's arms. Graff just wants to tie up with Kyle. Looked like he wanted to try to throw him. A head and heel attempt by Rosenbrock. That goes nowhere. Got 2 totally different body types out there, don't we?
Yeah, Graff is short and really stocky. Not chubby, he's just stocky. He's got huge thighs.
Still no real shots here in the second period. A minute left. There's a little shot by Rosenbrock. Didn't get in deep enough. Graff comes back forehead to forehead. A little shuck by attempt by Rosenbrock.
Here one of the Beat Diggers say he's too short to do that.
Kyle just needs to get a good deep double leg. He's too compact for that. What he's trying out there. Now they're tied up. Rosenbrock has an arm tied up. Graf has the head of Rosenbrock. Now they'll break apart. 12 seconds left in the second period. A little feint shot by Rosenbrock. Another single leg shot by Graf. Rosenbrock trying to get in behind him. And they'll run out of time. Rosenbrock's choice here in the third period, leading 4-1. Rosenbrock chooses down. Not much action on the whistle now. A quick stand up by Rosenbrock, and Graf drops right down to the ankles. Rosenbrock trying to kick out of there. Quick switch attempt right at the edge of the mat.
Showed his quickness on that one.
Referee's going to call him out of bounds. Rosenbrock will be back on the bottom.
He's probably a good 12 inches taller than Graf. Graf looked like a bowling ball out there.
Graf just drops right down to an ankle on the whistle. Quick stand up now by Rosenbrock. He gets his hips back and gets the escape. 5-1 now the score here in the third period. Graf tries a shot. Good crossface by Rosenbrock. He's going to just throw him down.
He just got the barbed wire, standing barbed wire on him.
Now Rosenbrock had the crossface cradle for a second, and Graf broke that crossface and ankle. Now a spiral right by Rosenbrock. Stand up by Patton Graf, and Rosenbrock pulls him right back down. 40 seconds left here in the third period. Rosenbrock in control, but not doing much here from the top position.
Needs to break him flat and then work something off of that.
Like you said, it's kind of hard to break a bowling ball down. He's just balled up there and won't go down.
I'm not sure why we haven't had a stalling warning yet, but Graf just bunched up in a ball.
Yeah, Kyle Rosenbrock's going to win this match 7-1. Give the Beat Diggers another 3 points. They 39-6 now. 195. Well, we're going to end up with 3 forfeits in a row. Thompson Valley is going to get one. And Brush Beat Diggers are going to get 2, so that's going to end the duel.
No, we got one more. Caleb Cox is set to go.
Oh, that's right. I forgot 106 pounds. So going into the 106-pound match, Brush is losing the duel 18-45.
Okay, we got a ringer here. He listed a forfeit, so now they're going to put Yusa in there. They'll write Yusa in there, I think.
Yeah, I didn't see this one coming. Huh. So they must have double forfeited at 195, huh?
Well, they took a forfeit unless they bumped Yusa and put somebody else in there.
That's what it looks like. That's Yusa there, isn't it?
I think so. Yusa came off a big win over Daniel Cervez of Pomona. Coaches have no soul sometimes. Oh! Got his finger, did he say?
I don't know what happened, but
Tristan's got that bad shoulder, but I don't. The referee immediately stopped it. That's his primary job, is to keep everybody safe. At least that's what they say. Got an athletic trainer out there. Better Electric. Better quality, better service, better results. It's Better Electric, and also home of the Sterling Tigers, or Sterling Trailers, your Big Tex headquarters. I was thinking of Tigers. We'll meet them next week, Sterling Tigers. Bailey, let's see. Ingmar Phillips Insurance, with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Ingmar Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. That's Ingmar Phillips Insurance. We're going to get the injury default win for USA, I believe. Joe Carwin will go out and receive a forfeit. That'll set us up for 106 pounds.
Thompson Valley freshman Hunter Williams.
52-12 on the team side at this point. Six of the Beat Diggers points coming off that forfeit win by Carwin. And Caleb Cox looks like he's got to get his mouthpiece, I guess. Is going to check for rankings for Thompson Valley.
He's ranked number 5.
Oh, really? Where'd you see that?
Oh, no, that's
the other guy, I think.
I've got the wrong guy.
That's the Pomona kid.
Yep, you're right.
Caleb winning the wrestle off against Colin Cole. Colin dropped down from 113s to 106. Or actually, you get that growth allowance, which Caleb didn't need anybody to get on him. He's not that big, going about 93, I think. Trying to fight off a single leg attack right here near in front of us against Hunter Williams, and they'll be out of bounds. No score in the last match of this duel. We'll turn around and go against Pomona. There's Caleb. Try to get in on a single leg, gets caught in the front headlock. And out to the side is Williams, and he'll work around behind for the takedown. Williams working behind the shoulders. 40 seconds and counting here, first period. Thompson Valley wrestler up 2-0. Caleb caught in a bunch underneath. One-on-ones by Williams from Thompson Valley. Just keeping chest pressure on the back of trying to throw a grapevine in there on Cox. Time in the first period, 2-0 for Hunter Williams. It'll be Caleb's choice. He's going to defer it. Hunter Williams set. Looks huge out there compared to Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb in on the left side. It's a deep, tight waist on Williams. Williams in the set-out position. Work for wrist control. And Williams is going to peel out of there. Somebody's Band-Aid went flying. So Williams will be up 3-0 here early in the second period.
Both wrestlers go out of bounds. Or head back to the middle now.
Giving each other the evil eye. Caleb with a shot. Gets caught in that front headlock again. Them big old long arms. Williams comes right around behind him for the takedown. Caleb tried to look like he tried to catch a headlock on the way by, but slipped off. Williams trying to work a wrist free. Better. Caleb's trying to get his free from Williams. Williams putting a little chin in the back of the head of Cox.
Yeah.
He was stalling on Caleb on the bottom. Caleb's got a little clearance there. Thompson Valley wrestler just keeping a one-on-one. Now he goes a little more of a spiral ride. Keeps Caleb broken flat. And we'll head to the third period. Going to go in a neutral position. It's Caleb's choice. Almost looks like David facing Goliath out there.
Yeah. A lot of size difference.
Huge size. You get a guy's
you know
cutting to 106, and Caleb's eating, trying to get to 90. They go forehead to forehead to the far edge. And they break apart. Caleb kind of bobbing and weaving, dancing on his toes. And there's a shot by Tom Williams. And Caleb catches a front headlock on him now.
Got an underhook there. Now they just break apart.
And they go out of bounds. A little shot there by Hunter Williams. Back underway, 1:10 left in the duel.
Not sure why he didn't get called for fleeing the mat there.
I don't know. I've been trying to force myself to be nicer here now. As we're down inside a minute to go. So bob and weave. Well, Caleb trying to work for inside control and pop Williams down. He got him down to his knees, but Williams reaches a long arm out, but he drives Cox out of bounds.
Caleb needs a big move here to win.
They're working inside the 10-foot circle. A little throw by attempt by Williams. Cox ties up with him. Tries a little duck under. Williams on his knees right at the edge, right edge here. And Williams will back out of that towards the 10-foot circle. Inside of 15 seconds to go.
Caleb's got to do something here.
Reaches for a leg. Go ear to ear. Caleb catches that front headlock on him again. And that'll be the match. 5-0 for the Thompson Valley wrestler. And Beat Diggers, not too good a showing. You're going against the number one loaded 4A team. It's probably going to walk away with the state championship this year. You look at the rankings, and it's just amazing. It's just all black and gold here on my rankings from Tim Mountain on the mats. So
they've got a pretty salty team.
They do. They knocked off Pomona, who's really salty too. But
we had a few close matches that we lost, but
Thompson Valley shaking hands with the referee. I don't see any Beat Diggers going that way.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, we'll get a different referee when we come back with the next duel as the Beat Diggers will take on Pomona on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.